여기서 특별시 수많은 기적거리를 컸지 가벼진 별들 사이 떠오르는 별별
It finally happened. I saw Stray Kids live for the first time ever. Wow, so today we're going to be going through the experience. I'm going to be showing you my footage from the shows, my opinions, who I thought stood out, my favorite songs of the evening, the overall experience of the tour as well. We're even going to be talking about Han's English accent and Lino losing his shoe. This is going to be great. First of all, I just want to say a thank you to everyone that messaged me on the day saying, you know, hope you have the best time. It was so nice to know that so many of you guys were supporting and wishing me to have a great time. It was so cool. And I actually got to experience this time, not just with my friend Gary, who you guys know, also used to do Stray Kids content, who I went to 80s with, but I actually got to bring my wife as well. He brought his sister-in-law as well, so it was nice to experience it as a group as well. It was my wife's first K-pop concert as well, so I'll tell you what she thought as well. And also, it was so great to meet some of you guys down there as well. Some of you guys came over, said hello, and it was really nice to have a little bit of a chat as well, so that was really sweet. So always nice when that happens as well. You know, it happened at 80s, it's happening here, and hopefully when we see Jin as well in a couple of weeks time, hopefully meet some of you guys down there as well. But let's talk about the Stray Kids concept. So this was my first time going down to Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and what Stray Kids had done was so incredible. Like, there was so much Stray Kids stuff outside. We got there a little bit early, so doors weren't open yet, but they had taken over the Tottenham Megastore as well, so you could just go in, and it was like it felt like a mall going in. Well, we actually never got to go in there because the queue was outrageous, but we saw into it and it looked incredible. Trying to get merch at these shows is just, I mean, you would have to camp out probably 3 days in advance. It was pretty crazy. We could only leave the house at a certain time because my parents were looking after, were babysitting for us, so we basically went down and got there probably around 3:30. And what was really cool is, first off, you get down there, all the roads are closed off, and it was just stay everywhere. There was even like dance happening outside. Like, there was crowds of people doing Stray Kids dances, and everyone was in a circle and like championing the people doing it. That was really incredible to see as well. And everyone just kind of gathered outside and mixing with each other. I thought it was really cool. It was incredibly hot outside. The sun was bearing down, and I think it was like 29, 30 yesterday. I know a lot of people were getting confused, as did we, because when you come into the stadium, you come onto one side of it and there's no real signs to say that, like, we were on the other side of the stadium. So we eventually got round, and it was a good thing that we did, because we got there just before the horde started coming in. And when doors opened, it did take a while for people to get in, and I don't know if everyone made it in on time, because the doors opened at 5 and the show started at 7, which 34-year-old person that has kids and doesn't live in London, that's really nice. I have to say as well, it was really nice because when you walked in, we were given one of these, which obviously says royalty on stage, loyalty in stay, kings without crowns, legends without limits. And what's really nice about this is, if you look at the back here, it says, please raise your banner at shoulder level when instructed. Please be careful not to let the Stray Kids members see the banner before the event. So they didn't know, and I've got a video, I'm going to show it here, of when these all came up and surprised them. It was such a nice thing for, I don't know whether it was Tottenham themselves that put this on, and there's no accreditation, or if this was Stay themselves. But I know that it was the stadium staff that were handing this out when you went through the security and stuff like that. So big shout outs to them. I thought the staff were really on point there as well. Also, everyone was so well behaved, so nice as well. We had incredible seats, which you'll see, and everyone around us was so nice, and no one was like screaming crazy the whole way through. I mean, of course we were all screaming, and then the show started, and it was just hours and hours of absolute fun. Immediately, it was so loud. It was so awesome. The energy was there. You could really tell that the boys were up for it as well, and they came out swinging. Now, of course, this was my first time seeing Stray Kids, so it kind of felt like to me like this was like a mega hits. Like it was like all the hits. Experiencing those songs, I mean, like I remember sitting there reacting to them for the first time, and now I'm seeing them for the first time in real life. It was really kind of cool to share that with everyone. One of my favorite things as well is we saw a lot of t-shirts where on the back it said, "I'm just here for my girlfriend," and in quotes, "and Changbin." And speaking of Changbin, he blew me away. His energy, I thought that they were all fantastic live. I think they came out, there was a ferocity about them. I've watched live videos of them before. This was different. Changbin was amazing. Hyunjin, oh my god, he's such a captivator as well. And obviously seeing my boy Ian as well, his voice I think was amazing. And actually, I will tell you, one of the highlights of the entire show, which was one that I was not expecting, was Lee No and Sung Min doing Cinema. That was incredible. They had everyone just like feeling that moment. That was incredible, because I really liked those subunit releases, but I do still think that I preferred the individual solo stages that they did. So I remember thinking like, oh, it's a shame we're not going to get to hear like Hallucination and those kind of songs. But this was actually so much better, because it means that there was less songs of non-group songs, because there's only obviously 4. So we got more hits as well. And, you know, as a first time, I think that was really, really cool. This was also, like I said, my wife's first K-pop experience as well. You know, primarily we go to like rock and metal shows as well, so there was obviously going to be like a big comparison. I had the same thing when I saw 80s for the first time. Only a couple of songs in, you know, she's turned to me going, "This is incredible." It was I think a big part of it as well was the show. The live band that they had were incredible. And their dance, the team skiers, honestly, that was incredible. The dancing was so on point in this, and I feel like they really added to the show. And what was really nice was how Stay were, every time that they left the stage, and because where we were sat, we could kind of see behind the stage. When they would like leave the stage area to go back into the stadium, every time they came on and off, Stay would wave them, say hello, or wave them off to say thank you. And honestly, that was so cool. It makes them think, you know, we're there for the boys, but we're there for all of them that help support Stray Kids as well, and they are a part of Stray Kids, so that was really cool. But let's talk about the best songs that I thought they played. Now, this was really hard because there are some songs that I really like, and there's some songs that I like more than others. So you think, oh, I'm going to look forward to this one, but there were songs that when they played them live, guys, it changed everything. Domino, holy shit, Domino was insane. Cover Me, oh my god. And you know what, there's a song, I knew it was going to be good because I really like the song, but Social Path Live is an animal. Obviously, Chick Chick Boom, unbelievable. But I do think one of the highlights was God's Menu. My wife also said the same thing. She thinks that that was probably one of the best standout ones as well. And S-Class as well, we had the famous moment. If you guys have been on TikTok, you would have seen Lino's incident. And I remember when that happened, it was hilarious as well, because from where you're sat, you could see that it had happened, but because we were on the side, we could see the formation from a different angle. So this whole time, I could see the shoe being moved around because Bang Chan is the one that clocks it. He picks it, I think he throws it to the side, and then he picks it up again. But because we're sat kind of to the side, he's at the front of the formation, so I can see him with his hands behind his back, and he's holding the shoe out here for someone to take it. And it's hilarious as well, because you can see like Changbin and Hyunjin just laughing. Fair play to them, they got on with it as well. Lino as well was unbelievable. His dancing is just, I don't know. I mean, like he's out there, but to see him doing it with one shoe on as well, and then put the shoe on quickly, I mean, that was really, really cool. Of course, as well, we had lots of interaction as well. Han was doing his English accent as well. We also had Hyunjin talking about how he believes Escape was just written from the mind because of how Bang Chan thinks. That was hilarious as well, seeing him get flustered. And I've got to say, Bang Chan was a really good leader as well. When we came out, my wife said that that he was the one that stood out for her the most. He was a really good leader. He was stopping not stopping the show, but he was making sure, you know, that everyone was cool. He kept reiterating, you know, make sure you give yourself space, get some water if there's any problems, let someone else around you. There was an incident at one point which he took some time to acknowledge the staff as well. He was really, really good as well. And like, also, I've got to say, all of the boys' English was actually so good. I mean, the only time a translate was ever used was for Lino. Yeah, I mean, that was really, really cool. And Felix as well, I got to mention Felix, the energy that man brings, his voice. I don't know how he didn't blow his voice out, to be fair, because he was screaming so loud. I mean, you can even hear that my voice has gone a little bit, and he was performing for over 2 hours, and he's got to do it again tonight. Another thing as well was Songmin as well. Songmin was the one that when we came out the stadium, my wife said that in terms of like the actual performance, he was the standout one. And I have to agree, because especially in like Cinema and some of the other songs as well, like his projection, it's unbelievable what that man could do. And he's one of the greatest singers in K-pop, in my opinion, just like straight up. I don't think that there even is room for debate. I think he's definitely up there. But they all did such a great thing. Seeing Han as well, like, because he's such an all-rounder, when you see it live, when he's doing everything, the dancing, the rapping, the singing, and you know that he's involved in the creation of all this music as well, it's so impressive. I just have to say, just as a personal thing, it was really cool to see IN live as well. He's got my favorite voice. It may like when it comes to K-pop, since I've started listening, he's got one of my favorite voices. There's something about him and his energy. When they played Burning Tires, honestly, they were running around like mentalists. It was so cool to see. I mean, the energy of that song was so good. Like, that song is so much better live. And I'm not saying that like it isn't a good live song. I mean, like a good song in general. In studio, I think it's great, but live, it's a different thing. The set list I thought was absolutely perfect as well. It had enough new stuff. It had so much hits as well. And what was really cool is there was a point where Bang Chan said, raise your hands if you've seen us before and raise your hands if you haven't. And it was 50-50. I think that is such a big statement of how much they've grown. I think that they are absolutely blowing up. I think their last album, well, the 8th album, I think it just did so much for them, and it was incredible. Sadly, we did have to leave a couple of songs early because we've got a babysitter. My parents were looking after our little boy, and we don't live in London, so by the time that we get back, they still have to travel, and we didn't want them getting home at like 2 in the morning or something like that. So we did miss, I think it was the festival version of Chick Chick Boom and Get Lit, which is a shame, but I didn't feel too bad about it because it meant that we could get home in good time, and we'd already seen Chick Chick Boom as well, although the festival version goes so hard. But it's just because of Tottenham Stadium where it's situated. It's a very difficult stadium to get to. I don't know what the experience was like for you guys. If you guys went, or if you're seeing this after you went to night 2, also let me know in the comments below. What was your experience as well? We drove in from Essex, so if you guys don't know, that's like just over an hour outside of London, so it can get a bit difficult with parking because we had to drive in, then get a train and then do walk. Yeah, so it is what it is. But shout outs to the boys. That heat was really, really hot as well. The sun, everything, they just did such a good job. Would I see Stray Kids again? It's not if, it's when. And not just that, my wife as well, you know, we definitely, I feel like I've converted her now. Like, she already listens to K-pop a little bit, but I feel like we're starting to work our magic. I was a bit bummed that, you know, the merch situation was so difficult. I would have liked to have picked something up to commemorate it, but I guess I have this. And maybe, I don't know if they'll ever do it, but maybe they'll do like a sale after the tour is over to just get rid of all the stock that they didn't sell. I don't know. That would be wicked. I know ATs do stuff through Amazon. That would be pretty cool to see. Obviously, Stray Kids do something similar. But guys, let me know. Did you see them on this tour? Let me know what your thoughts are. You know, who stood out for you live that you maybe didn't expect, or a song that was better than you thought it was going to be, or what was your favorite song? Shout outs to everyone that we saw as well. That was so cool. I'm going to be seeing Jin in a couple of weeks as well. I'm going to do a video similar to this. If you guys go into that, let me know. Hopefully, I'm going on my own as well because it's a Tuesday night. We can't get a babysitter, so your boy's going on alone. So if you guys are going, you're going to have to look after me. Thank you so much for all of the kind words. Also, I've been posting more on Instagram as well of all this stuff. I was doing some live stuff on Instagram as well as it was happening. So come and follow me. The link will be down in the description below. Guys, I will see you in the next one. Peace.